the heater in the picture.
No.
You'll see me hugged up to this thing in a minute.
Right. So, all right, we are actually live.
Oh, man, we ain't got this thing in here. You can't hardly see us, Frank.
Let me see. Okay. Facebook. We will change around some of our setup here. How's that?
Let's see. That's better. That looks pretty good right there.
All right. So good deal. You can actually see us now. So, everyone,
I might want to turn this down.
Right. Can't teach some people anything. So, welcome to Controlled Chaos. This is episode 9. 9 episodes already.
9 episodes, man.
I know.
We are tearing it up, aren't we?
So, a lot. Yeah, we've been pretty busy. First and foremost, big shout out to JJ, who has blessed us with some coffee. She is.
I tell you, I have the best wife. I tell you, she is just the greatest thing that's happened to me because she brings us coffee to our show. And not only that, a bunch of other things as well. But
she brings coffee.
She brings coffee. That's number one on our list. So, and speaking of significant others, and I think one has a birthday today.
Yes,
Laura Spriggs.
She made it there yet?
No, she hasn't made it on just yet.
I'll have to wait till she gets on there before I say anything. That way I'll have a witness.
Yes, we'll wait until I'll pay close attention to this and see what we can do here.
Yeah. So anyway, we last week we talked about kind of did a wrap up of 2017. There was a lot that happened last year. I mean, a lot. Actually, on the C.A.S.P.I.R Paranormal team's page on Facebook, or you can find it on their website because it links to all of those posts. C.A.S.P.I.R Paranormal.org. We posted a list of the top discoveries of 2017, and it's a list that it's amazing. It was a really big year for scientific discoveries.
Mm-hmm.
So many strange things happened. I'm still enjoying the debates over the object that passed close to us in outer space there. That long cigar-shaped object that a lot of people are arguing over whether it was a natural object or something made like some craft or something. I'm loving that argument.
It's definitely an interesting argument, I tell you. And some kind.
I got my hat ready.
Well, Frank, along with your shirt, again, another great shirt. Let's see, I may be wrong, but
this is
highly doubt it.
Right, my daughter
I am elite.
Got this for me for Christmas. She helps me find some of the apparel that I wear here on the show. But
yeah, we did. Hey, we had a great show last week. Like you were saying, a year-end review. First show of 2018 tonight. We thought we'd come in again. We did a little 30-minute video Saturday night, I believe it was, on our C.A.S.P.I.R page. We were doing an investigation right here. We wanted to come on, show you all a few things, what kind of equipment we use.
So yeah, if you saw the live video from the other day on the C.A.S.P.I.R Paranormal Facebook page, we are in the same location that we were in. Then we're just literally sitting across the room. But if you saw some of the responses that we got, some of the things that happened,
which was actually odd because we have done this 5 weeks now, right here. and not a peep, not a sound. And then that last Saturday, we come in here and we get a couple of responses.
You know what I think it is?
What's that?
It's this weather.
I honestly think
weather.
so too. This real cold weather has got the atmosphere statically charged, and it's really helping out on investigations and actually seeing things, gathering evidence.
I know now. Now I'm going to say this: there is no scientific data out there to confirm that weather in any way, shape, form, or fashion affects paranormal activity. There is no evidence to support that. When I say this, I could be 1,000% wrong. I don't think I am. Well, I mean, you read the shirt.
You read the shirt, so
I don't think I'm wrong. But I really believe that it does affect it significantly. Cold weather, when the air gets cold, it gets more dense. The movement of the electrons within the atmosphere, everything being more dense, everything is more prone to static electricity. Don't think anything about it other than you shock yourself after you walk across the carpet.
Right, like the episode of Family Guy where he wears his little onesie,
right,
rubbing his feet across the carpet section.
That's been me for a week. But yeah, exactly like the way that it, the way that the static electricity is built up, it means for a lot more potential energy, and it may not. I'm not saying that static electricity is used by spirits to manifest, do things by any means. No, but it kind of creates, in my personal opinion here, and I may be 100% wrong, but I personally believe that it creates a better environment.
I think so too. It adds
more
to
suitable environment to store
the
that
effect
material.
of the environment. Absolutely.
So,
hey, I agree with you 100%. I've always said thunderstorms, cold fronts, they always seem to help and generate more activity when you do one during those times.
well, and this is, I actually kind of get uncomfortable when it comes to some of these subjects because there's zero scientific evidence to support what I'm saying. And that's an area that I personally don't like to go into. But based on personal experiences, for instance, there was one night that we investigated that there's an old sanatorium that quite active a lot of times. It's actually the one that we investigated back over Labor Day weekend. If you were following some of the stuff on the C.A.S.P.I.R Facebook page, when we did it for 2 nights, and the first night, just before the investigation started, this huge thunderstorm came through. Never did put off a lot of rain, but a lot of lightning and a lot of storm activity. That night, it was crazy. We were getting disembodied voices. We were having physical touches. We were having bangs on the wall, bangs on the doors, objects move, just insanely active. The next night, everything had moved out. It was a beautiful weather day. That night, there was hardly a peep of anything. I think the whole night we got maybe 2 EVPs.
Right, I remember that investigation. I was there.
So, it definitely has a direct effect. And because there you have the same people, same location, same time of day, 2 nights in a row. The only variable was the weather.
Exactly.
And
you have to put that into your data. You have to actually take that into consideration when you're doing an investigation. Because you always, like we do, we keep a log. When something happens, we write down what we were feeling, what we were thinking. Several different things in order to that we take into consideration before we actually say this is paranormal or this is the type of evidence that we want to present to our client.
Right. And also adding to that, now that was one weekend. Saturday night it's crazy. Sunday night it's calm. Now, I can't take that one occurrence and use that as my basis. The one of the basic foundations of finding a scientific principle is repetition. Can it be recreated? So, until I have been able to effectively recreate those similar circumstances enough times to actually provide substantial data supporting it, then I can't claim, well, this is scientifically because it happened this one time. No.
Right.
Anything can be a fluke one time, 2 times,
Absolutely.
3 times. It takes it has to be, to really prove something scientifically, it has to be, A plus B equals C every single time, which is the biggest challenge of conducting paranormal investigations from a scientific standpoint.
Absolutely. I'm trying to figure out why I can't see comments. See, there's somebody there and there's nobody talking. One or the other. See, I posted something. We got Ethan and Jennifer and Courtney watching with us tonight. We have 6 or 7 people watching right now. So if Courtney, if you're watching, type us a comment so I can see you here. See if something's going on with our comment section, because this is the reason why we do this, so we can we can communicate with you guys. I like to see the comments. So I may have to shut her down and reboot it back up to see the comments. So entertain them, Frank. Entertain them while I work on our gremlins in this corner. Right
Okay,
now.
so while he's doing that, there's this idea I've been working on. It's called Paranormal Karaoke. Let me go ahead and do a song. Oh wait, no, different show. Never mind.
When were you going to tell me this?
right after we started your show. So we
here we go. Debbie Stansky says, "Hi guys, hey, we got comments. Thanks, Debbie. Thanks for sending one to us."
Yeah.
All right, so I think we got it working now. I think I got my. Courtney said, "Nice shirt."
Thank you.
So,
thank you.
Hey, we're on a roll now.
Right. The person that picked the shirt out definitely has great taste.
Excellent. So now we can see comments. Now I can communicate.
Right. So we last week we talked about 2017. We decided that we were going to briefly talk about 2018. But that's not the whole show. We're going to be discussing something else as well. We're going to get into some gear and gadgets and all that good stuff here in just a couple moments. 2018, it'll be a big year. There's some things that we can talk about that are going on, some things that we can't with the C.A.S.P.I.R Paranormal team.
We've really got some good investigations coming up within the next couple months. We are really working on a big investigation that's coming up that we can hopefully post online so everyone can see and follow us. We've got some really great shows coming up for Control Chaos Live. We're going to try to bring on some guests. We're going to try to bring out Bigfoot on some things we're talking about in the works. Talk about a few UFOs and aliens. Of course, that gets Frank excited with his little hat that he carries around. And so it's going to be a busy next few months for sure.
There's a couple of major projects. Let me see. How can I mention this without going into any kind of...
You can't, because if we start just a little bit of a rumor, the messages that we're going to get.
Right.
You can tell me, but not anybody else. And then before you know it, it'll be all out there. And
we'll just say that we have
Dallas, thanks for watching.
We have some really big projects in the works. And if everything falls into place correctly, you'll definitely be seeing about it here on the page and on the site and a few other places.
We're definitely not going to leave the people that got us here in the dark. We won't leave y'all behind. We'll let y'all know as soon as we know something more, and we'll definitely...
So just, I'll just put a little teaser out there that, it's a big project that we're working with.
We're excited about it. So it's got us excited. And you don't see Frank excited that much anymore. So, you know, we've had him on his meds quite regular. We, you know, we try to keep that on a regular scheduled basis because, you know, he'll go off. And,
well, and the judge ordered it.
Right, yeah. I mean,
that's a different show.
Right, yeah. That's not something we want to put out on here just yet. So, anyway, so yeah, hey, got on your medication. We're good on that. So,
but yeah, we do have a couple of investigations coming up. Some that we're working on here in Alabama, some that we're going to be traveling for. We'll keep everyone posted on that. Look, if you haven't checked it out, go subscribe to our YouTube channel because we like to post previews of some of the investigations and some of that information out there. So you can go there and subscribe and follow us to kind of stay up to date on some of that stuff. And you know, you can just type in I think our Twitter name, or excuse me, our YouTube name is I believe it's C.A.S.P.I.R team.
C.A.S.P.I.R Paranormal Team. Yes.
But if you just Google us, it'll pull up.
It'll take you right there. You give you several options. You can just hit a link and it'll take you right to us. So we're not hard to find.
So
we're spelled, of course, with a I-R, a C-A.S.P.I.R. And hey, no problem finding us. We got some great videos on YouTube right now. We're actually filming on YouTube right now. And I apologize to the YouTube live watchers. I can't see comments from YouTube. We're working on that. That's some of the projects that we're also working on for 2018. So that way we can go from one camera to several different locations at one time. So we don't have 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras trying to go to 4 different things.
So we're not talking to you on Facebook like this.
Yes. So,
but I do have
Dallas, we have no readings on the EMF meter right now. The male meter is reading 0 across the board, and it's 47 degrees.
It is a toasty 47 degrees in here.
I think it's the line. I think that's off. I think the battery's about dead because it feels a lot colder than 47 in here.
Well, let's see. We'll double check. I'm gonna turn my laser back on here. There we go. See, some people can do it without it. I had to have the laser so I can see.
You just like the little red light. You're like a cat. I like to play with it all the time.
Let's see. Well, according to that, it's 50.
Pretty close anyway. I mean, it's in the ballpark. Good deal.
Well, yep, we're right on it.
Plus, we're breathing that way too, so that's going to pick it up. It will change it. And once you start getting a temper fluctuation, you'll start seeing the lights change up here. So once it gets warmer or cooler, it'll start coming across.
Like I'll touch the sensor.
See there? And that gives us an indication if there's something around us or we're getting, some kind of temperature fluctuation is what that's telling us.
No, I touched it and made it warm so it turned, or made it warmer so it turned red. When it senses something cooler, it'll turn blue like it just did now.
Laura has joined us.
Well,
hi, Laura. How are you tonight?
Welcome and happy birthday to you, Laura.
Yes, absolutely. Happy birthday.
She has an awesome 25th birthday today.
25. Wow. Wow. Hey, man, you are a creeper, man. 25-year-old.
I know I'm way too old for it.
Yeah. No, just playing. Laura, I think it is your weekend to babysit Frank, too, so please don't forget about that because I'm checking out at Friday afternoon. So please come get him. It's your weekend. Come get him.
Speaking of that, a little funny story I'll tell before we start on this right here. I have been teased.
Yes, he has been teased.
I have caught heck over this. Okay, so last night, I'm not very good at multitasking. And I'd sent Donald a text. Me and him were talking back and forth, and Laura and I are talking back and forth, and I ended up calling Donald Sweetie
and darling.
Right. So
I was sitting there. We just finished texting each other. We done got the show idea. We were discussing that. And I'm sitting there watching Family Guy, trying to get ready to go to bed, about my bedtime. Then I get this text all of a sudden that says,
me sweet talking.
Go to your front doorstep, darling.
Right.
And I'm sitting there looking at this, and I'm going,
at which point he was terrified to go to his front doorstep.
I said, I'm not going to my front doorstep. If Frank sent this to me, no, this ain't happening. Because sure enough, he's going to get it on camera and embarrass me the next day with it. So go to your front doorstep, darling. So I sent back, was this supposed to be meant for me? Because I'm not buying it. It ain't happening. And he goes, oh no, oops, sorry. That was meant for Laura. Talk to you later, sweetie. And I'm like, that didn't help either. You didn't make the situation much better, Frank. Right. So be careful who you are texting, because I've done the same thing as well. After that, I was accused of spending too much time with you in a dark basement. Oh, I can imagine so. Hey, hold on. Yeah, hey, trust me. Whoever said that, I'm pretty sure I know who it was. I'm spending way too much time with him in the dark basement. That's why it's your weekend with him. Come get him, Laura. His bags are packed already. All you just show up. Kick him right out into your car.
So one thing I love doing is checking out some of the apps that are available. You know, because who needs ghost hunting gear when there's an app for that, right?
Absolutely, yeah. You don't need to buy anything; just download it.
So we got a couple here that we thought we'd try out. Now, keep in mind, we have not tested these.
Absolutely haven't.
So
we have heard these. Actually, a couple of these we have been sent. People have sent us through Messenger. Mm-hmm. Hey, I captured this on this certain app. What do you think? And when we done the show on this the last time, you know, a lot of people still send us messages to this day about these ghost apps, and a lot of them are a scam. And we just want to come on and refresh your memory. We're going to do a few other experiments too on here. We're not just going to do the ghost apps. We're gonna throw in an EMF pump. We're going to throw in all kinds of stuff. So stay tuned with us. And while Frank pulls this. Mm-hmm. Hey, this right here should just end. You just throw every piece of equipment you got away.
Well, this is the Real Ghost Detector Pro.
Real Ghost Detector Pro, and it's looks like it's trying.
Let me see.
Trying to load something there.
So you can kind of see what the screen looks like. Hopefully, that is it. Now we're going to hit start.
Whoa,
that's weird. Okay, so...
Sounded like a video game.
So let's see. Now, I've got here, my screen is... It made some noise. It says detecting. I'm not sure what it's doing. It's just kind of sitting there. It says detecting.
Hold it up there for a second, Frank. Let me see if I can make sure we can see it real good.
Right.
Let me compare here. We're on a delay from what I'm watching, so give us a couple minutes here.
Right.
Oh, there you go. You put it that close to like that, everybody will be able to see it. It's actually not doing anything. It's just
yeah.
Oh, that says it's got you right there, right in the center of the screen. So.
Okay, so we're running sensors now.
So this thing is equipped with sensors too. Man, they're getting technical with these things now.
Oh, wait, it's got a button so that we can share something. I don't know what we're sharing.
You know, I think they should probably just do away with the share button. That would probably eliminate a lot of our problems.
Okay, so according to this, we have 1, 2, 3 pulse energy, and our flux rate is 3, 4, 7, 9.
But they don't tell you what your pulse energy or your flux rate actually means, does it?
Right, so just so you can kind of see what this one's doing or not doing. However you want to look at it. And you have to excuse the train there.
That's right, the train, man. What is it about these trains? The next is the ambulance, and then...
Every time I get around you, I hear sirens.
Frank, I'm telling you, I swear it has to be you. I come up to town at least 2 or 3 times a week, and I don't even see a police officer or an ambulance, or I don't even hear the train. We come up there and spend.
Well, it didn't detect any ghosts, but it did load an ad for Candy Crush or something like that.
So wow, so we went from ghost apps to playing Candy Crush.
That's all we do around here.
Wow.
Ghost and Candy Crush.
Hey, maybe that's a trigger object. Maybe Candy Crush is the new thing for our new age spirits. You know?
I think real Ghost Detector Pro is a no-go.
So you think we should give it a thumbs down on that one? Yeah. Anything that's going to take you from investigating EMF to playing Candy Crush, I wouldn't put much stock into it.
Definitely doesn't sound like a serious paranormal resource there. Okay.
Jennifer says 8:27, right on time. We need to start moving the show to 9 o'clock, I guess, to avoid all the trains. Right. Then they'd move the time of the train.
They would. All right, so this one is let's see what this is.
Laura says you're probably going to get a phone virus from this, so you might want to, I don't know, bleach. Contact Hillary and see how you do that.
That's where we pour Clorox.
I shouldn't have done that. You told me don't bring politics into it tonight, so I'm not. Sorry about that, everyone.
Yeah. This is the C.A.S.P.I.R. I guess it's supposed to be Roman numerals. EMF Ghost Box Free.
Oh, wow.
So that's what it looks like. Kind of has a familiar design, doesn't it?
It really does.
I don't know why. It kind of reminds me of something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I think they just took a kind of a screenshot up close of...
I mean, how original.
They didn't venture very far on the mold on that one, did they?
So, let's turn our... Let me see. Well, there's a big button in the middle.
Hey.
Oh, well, it's not detected anything yet, but we got ads.
Man. Maybe we should have tried these things out before we downloaded them.
All right, so we're going to see.
Hi, Troy. Thanks for joining us.
We're going to see if it's accurate. Okay. So you've got the EMF
I do have
pump
the
over
EMF
there.
Pump right here.
If you'll do the honors, kind sir.
Feel like a Price is Right girl again.
Right.
Here we go. EMF pump turned on.
All right, so
here we go.
You can see right there the amount of EMF we're getting. Now let's compare the two.
Now, when did Droid start putting in EMF detectors in their phones? I'm just curious.
Right. Well, it doesn't seem to be working. Let me make sure that it's not a button or something that I'm hitting.
Right. I tell you what, why don't we get a more accurate piece of equipment than...
So, as you can see here, you're not going to want to replace your K2 meter with this anytime soon. It's actually completely useless other than showing you ads for games that just show you other ads for other games.
Okay, Jennifer says this show is informative. It informs you of what not to do.
Right.
Thanks, babe. I appreciate that. I detected a little bit of a sarcasm in that comment, but I'm gonna overlook that because she brought coffee, so she gets a pass tonight.
So I think the biggest giveaway for this particular app is the biggest button on the app is the button that's an advertisement for you to download more of their apps. So that might be a clue.
And just to show you, for the people that don't trust the K2s,
a lot of people
don't use the K2s anymore. We're going to go with a more scientific piece of equipment. What I have here is the tri-field meter. So, and here, did it move, Frank?
Yep, you can see it pegging out right there.
This is actually a scientific piece of equipment that is used constantly, and it shows the EMF along with the K2, but the app didn't. Right. So maybe it's got a lag or something, you think?
Yeah, maybe like a 20-minute lag.
Yeah.
Okay, so the C.A.S.P.I.R.
Do you not know your Roman numerals?
Well, it's easier for me to put that out there.
What? Let me see the number. Yeah, we'll just call it C.A.S.P.I.R. because I don't know what that is either. I opened my mouth and stuck my foot right in it, didn't it?
And okay, now here's what's funny is I'm getting a lot, well, now it went away. I was getting a lot on here as soon as we moved the EMF pump away. So, definitely a no-go.
It detects traces of EMF left in the atmosphere as we walk through it.
That's what it is.
See, they should let me design these things. I can come up with a pitch that would just...
So yeah, the EMF ghost box free is going to be a no-go. Absolutely useless app.
Yeah, I think we'd give that one a thumbs down too there. So since, Casino Gold popped up on it, right? So...
Well, I mean, there's a lot of times that could be handy when you're in the middle of an investigation, and
especially during the lull time.
Right? Who wants to capture an EVP when you can get an ad for Casino Gold?
Casino Gold, sit there and roll 777s all night long. I mean, come on.
So, now this is an interesting app. This is the VBE EMF pump.
Oh, so you're actually downloading a
wait
pump.
A second.
Did I hear it start up? Did they fire the pump up?
I'm not sure what that was. I got to start this up again.
Yeah,
this sounded like it. Made it sound
like it actually had a suction to it. Okay. Well, I can't tell you if we hear it because you made me turn the sound off to my phone. So
right, it kind of has a little adventurous sounding.
But you got a good shot of it for sure.
Right, it has, that kind of sounds, like it's full of action.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's even got knobs and got some decent little graphics.
So we're going to hit this up. I'm guessing this is the power button here. Well, and it went away.
Frank, we just got some karma, instant karma.
Okay, so
Jennifer came back and said, Karma just got me for the smart aleck comment earlier. She just spilled her coffee all over the kitchen table.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm sorry, babe.
Okay, so here we go. All right, so if you hit the power button, it just closes. Now, according to this is an EMF pump. If you're not familiar with an EMF pump, some people believe that ghosts use EMFs as energy to manifest, do things, whatever. Not any evidence at all to support that, but it's a popular idea.
Yes.
There are devices called EMF pumps that will generate these fields for you, the electromagnetic fields.
As we showed you earlier with this.
Right, which is what we're using
What
here.
we're using here.
This app claims to use your phone's vibration to generate EMF. So we're going to test that. All right, so you hit the plus. And basically what it's doing is different levels.
Oh man, looks like the lights are...
Now let's turn this on. Let's be sure the phone is on airplane mode. So the phone will not be putting off any kind of EMF itself.
Or any kind of disturbance at all, really.
So okay, so what we'll do, first we're going to turn this off. Okay. All right, you can see it's off. All right, so just so we have a reading there, let's see. All right, that's off. Now it's turned on. Okay.
Huh.
Maybe it's not strong enough. Let's turn it up.
Let's turn it up and put it on level 7. Just
So
drag the EMF right out of this place.
Turn it up again. All right, still not picking up.
Is your phone broke?
It must be. Let's see.
Because this is an EMF pump. This ain't an EMF detector. This thing pumps. That's
Right,
what it
this is
says.
supposed to be putting off all kinds. I'll tell you what, let's go up as high as it'll go.
Max capacity.
Yep. 500. Let's see. We got. And we got nothing.
So again,
A useless app.
so in other words, start sending your ghost app messages to Frank Lee at Gmail. He would
Right.
love to answer all your questions.
Right? Because
Oh, I turned it off. So here we go.
right, because you know this EMF pump is kind of weak actually. It's mainly for testing and calibration. But you can see nothing. So
Thanks, Laura, for watching. Yes, just say no to apps. Absolutely. And she says she's got some evidence to review. So, yeah, you need to get on that. I'm sure that needs to be
she has more video to review right now than a casino security guard. That she has been all last year. She investigated more than any single person I know, and
wow.
she has so much stuff to go through. Yeah, that.
She says she just stopped in to say hello.
Right.
So, happy birthday again. I hope you enjoy your night, and good luck with your evidence review tonight.
Yep.
I'm sure it's going to be fun-filled and joyful,
Right. So
as
yep.
all reviews are.
Yep. So happy birthday, and of course you got to let us know when whatever you find that it's really cool. She gets some of the
definitely
craziest
so, man.
EVPs.
Need to pick Frank up by 3 o'clock Friday afternoon. No later than 3:30. I appreciate it.
I will say this about her. I've never seen anybody get so many crazy, just off the wall EVPs.
Well, just the videos that I've seen when y'all two went on your little tour there, y'all got some pretty compelling evidence.
I mean, she can get, some of the EVPs that she gets are just absolutely crazy. And it's, you can be there all night and not get a word. She walks in and they're all like wanting to talk to her, and it's, crazy.
kidding. I mean, that's
what it seems
like
like.
with you.
Anyway.
I mean, with you, every time it'll be quiet as anything.
Oh no, you think that I don't get any EVPs compared to what she does.
Laura does. Are they good EVPs or bad ones, or is she
kind of a mix? But it's funny. No matter where she goes, she always seems to get an EVP that says Laura.
Oh man!
And it's always the same gruff, growling voice. And
sounds like it might be something following her around.
She always does. She gets something and goes, Laura. So
so the EMF pump app is a no-go on that one. It didn't pump anything.
The only thing it's pumping is a load of crap.
And some data. You probably just burned up half your data on your phone. So
that now we do have one here that this one is interesting. This is a Ouija board.
Whoa. Ouija board app.
Yep. So you can see it's a Ouija board app, and I'm very skeptical. But you do have a handy little button here to adjust your settings, or one for scary stories. So it seems legit. Let's start the seance.
Uh-oh.
Do we want to remove all advertisement?
That's not the good very first question to ask you.
Would the spirits of the sponsors from the Pepsi company please come? And we have the Turbo Seance. So messages will be with the Turbo Seance. This is if you upgrade and unlock the professional version.
Oh.
Yeah, that unlock these special features now. So if you get the upgrade, you get no advertisements, and the spirits will even talk to you faster.
Through email.
Right. It says messages will be spelled out much faster, and no longer will you need to keep your finger on the planchette. So if you upgrade this app, the spirits can talk to you better. Makes sense, right? I think we're going to go ahead and call that one. I mean,
I think that should be 1 million downloads right there on this
right,
one. I mean, that just sold me right there.
Right. And apparently to talk to the spirits, it requires internet access. So, you know.
$10 a month, too, Courtney said. She said, I bet you can get that $10 a month.
Right. So yeah, whichever one knows, spirits can't communicate without internet. So.
Sure don't. Without the Wi-Fi service, they can't do anything.
Right,
so
yeah.
And I'm sure you have to be on AT&T as well, I bet.
Right.
You know, Verizon probably don't cover the area the spirits cover.
Right.
So, terrible.
So we're going to say the Ouija board app is definitely a
2 thumbs down. So why don't we show them something that they can actually use?
Absolutely.
That a couple things that we like to use on here.
Well, no, I do have the portal here.
The portal.
The portal.
You said the last time we talked about the portal. Yeah.
Portal.
You did the same thing.
Right.
Am I having deja vu?
I promise not to pull up the portal on this episode.
Please don't have him pull the portal up. Next thing you know, he's going to pull his stick out, and then he's going to give you the clap. So I mean,
the portal.
It's all combined into one, and we don't want to get that started tonight. So,
let's see. Now there are several ghost box apps. There's all kinds of things. Now here is one that is a complete ghost hunting kit. I will show this one real quick. It's called Spotted Ghost.
Spotted Ghost.
Ghost hunting kit.
Wow.
So we'll try this out real quick. I'm just curious. We're going to start the session.
Curiosity killed the cat, Frank.
Okay. Well, that's probably how I'll die, is poking the wrong thing with the stick. EMF meter, and it's got an SG3 spirit box.
SG3.
Yes,
Wow.
and a EVP recorder. All right, so
now I would believe the EVP recorder because you know if you have it on your phone, it's probably just using your voice recorder on your phone, which is a pretty good little recorder because they have you know in order for you to buy the phone, they have to put the best speakers and the best little cameras they can possibly get, or you won't buy it. So it is a pretty good piece of handy equipment to have. Your phone is as well on an investigation.
So. Okay, so we're sweeping.
If that's what you want to call sweeping, I guess, it's kind of.
Okay, so I don't think that the.
And I guess what that is trying to imitate is the PSB7 Spirit Box that you've seen us use a couple times on the show.
Yeah. So I don't believe that particular function is going to work, but it does have an EMF meter on here, so let's test that out.
Get to play with the EMF meter pump again.
So we'll see. Maybe it's just maybe the ghost box part of it's not that great. We'll see if the EMF meter works.
Are you getting your hopes up?
It actually picked up just a little for a second, but it's definitely not full strength. Well, there it goes.
Did it really read something?
Yeah. Now, I will say this. Yes, these can detect EMF fields. Now, however, the effective range, you're talking a few inches. Because, just to give you a comparison, let's see. All right. All right, like you can see, this is enough to peg out the K2 meter. And you can see this is only picking up, just over half. So there's your difference there. So you can see a phone's EMF meter functions. These aren't, it just doesn't work that way.
Nowhere as accurate as you would hope they would be.
So there is, however, a great app that you can use. Let me show it. And this one, seriously, is an app that we have used many, many times. This is one that is always handy to have. And let me see when I can find it. Here it is.
And we generally use this app when we go on investigations. We invite the people that invited us over to do the investigation. We always allow them to come with us and sit along with us to listen to this stuff. Now, we don't present this as actual evidence, but it does give you a kind of gauge to go by.
This app is called Smart Voice Recorder or Smart Recorder. It's completely free, and there are settings in here so that you can actually record to WAV format, which is the format that you want to use. Do not use MP3s to record, to try to get EVPs. And that's a whole other show, but basically when you do, you're cutting out half your EVP and compression before the file is ever saved. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to make sure that it's set to record in WAV. And aside from that, make sure that this box here in the lower corner that says skip silence, make sure it's unchecked. Then hit the button, you're recording. This thing, we've captured quite a few good EVPs. Now, if you're like me, I've got probably 6 or 7 old cell phones that I don't use anymore. Mm-hmm. This being one of them. You can download this. It's iPhone and Android. Download this. Since phones typically have a pretty decent microphone, put it on your phones, lay it down, use it as a spare audio recorder. Mm-hmm. Because this actually puts out, pretty good quality. I mean, I have actually used this as a backup for filming. So
Sure have. And I was about to bring that up. Not only can you use this during your investigation, but you can use it for your B-roll video. We always like to try to get, outtakes or, just some extra video that your team shoots and everything. And you need more audio. So you always need different angles and different audio, and they come in real handy.
So yeah, that's definitely a good app. It's, like I say, I'll pull it up one more time for you. That one is the EVP, where is it? Smart Recorder. So you can look it up. Great app. And you, had the thing set up there. Let me see.
What's that?
Were you going to do the
Spirit box?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. We can do a Spirit box session.
So what Donald has here is, of course, most of you have probably seen this, and we'll kind of compare it, because you can do that. We do have the ghost detector here. It says, don't use alone.
Uh-oh.
I'm scared to open it.
Auxiliary mode.
Oh. I'll turn that down until we get ready.
All right.
I hope we didn't bust anyone's eardrums out with that, because I had it pretty loud the last time we used it.
All right.
So.
Oh, I just detected a ghost. Donald is possessed.
Yes, I have to be to hang out with you.
I'm sorry, some of these apps are hilarious. Please don't take those ghost hunting apps seriously.
So, what were we going to compare this to? We were going to compare this to that?
No, that was just me goofing off.
Oh, okay.
I know, hard to imagine, right? We have the Spirit Tron here.
Ah.
This is the name of the app. And
okay, so turn this up just a little bit.
I think I'm picking up aliens.
That is definitely a weird sounding thing there.
So yeah, this one's great for annoying your friends.
Hypergear Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
That sounds like a racer.
Auxiliary mode.
Okay, that's all I can handle in that one.
I've got this one turned down still, and it ain't spoke a word, said anything. I don't want to blast everyone's eardrums out, because this little speaker is loud. You would not think you get the sound you do out of this thing, but this is a great little speaker to use.
So that is the SB7, or the PSB7.
PSB7 Spirit Box. I have it connected to an external speaker. When you buy one of these, if you've never used one of them, you do want to get you an external speaker, because the speaker on the transistor itself isn't very loud, and it'd be hard to pick up any responses you get.
Right. Now, what you don't want to do is go buy an expensive speaker to use with this. This speaker that we have it connected to is $5.
And it works great. It is exactly what you need for a little small investigations. I mean, you're not going to have a room full of people when you do this, unless you just want one. And it's still loud enough for everyone to be able to hear and kind of understand what it's trying to say.
All right, and while he has that running, I am using the XB7 Spirit Box app.
XB7.
Yes, this is the XB7, not to be confused with the PSB7 device.
Huh.
Creative, I know.
Turn this back down a little bit. And it's actually trying to do things I'm listening to. I mean, the sleep rate is the same. So they just actually just imitated a spirit box and just changed the name. Yeah. I can run this to see.
Because this has had plenty of time to sweep through and
Yes, it's
not
done
pick
through.
anything.
Hypergear Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
So we're going to sweep. This is allegedly sweeping the same frequencies and see if we have the same result.
Bluetooth pairing.
So kind of hard to say on this one.
Really did.
Because
We got no response on this.
right. Well, the thing about this now on the PSB7, you can actually, if you suspect a frequency is leaking over, you can stop it on that frequency. You could actually listen to a radio station just like a normal, hey, if you're out somewhere, you can't catch the game on TV, turn on your PSB7 and listen to the football game on that. That's always good to go, right? Not that I've ever done that.
Not on the job or
Right.
where you're, not
Right.
stealing company
Oh.
time or nothing like that. Huh?
Right. Never done anything like that. But
Holy crap.
with that, oh wow, just looked at the time.
I did
But-
too.
With the PSB7, you can stop it. You can verify. Okay, well that is a lot of noise coming from this one particular frequency.
And that's why we let it run through its cycle 3 or 4 times. That way we can detect about in the general vicinity to where you're going to get some kind of response or some kind of interruption. So you're not thinking that every time it comes through that section, it's something trying to talk to you.
Right.
It's not necessarily that.
Now, this app unfortunately will not let you do that. So I really couldn't set this on a test frequency to validate it. So that we'll have to revisit this one.
But it pretty much just imitated the PSB7 Spirit Box. And
Right.
could we actually use this on an investigation? I probably would say no, because it is an app, but it kind of generates the same noise, same sound, same concept as the PSB7.
So it's interesting to consider. However, whether it's an app, a PSB7, or a $200, $300, $400 ghost box setup, whatever, it doesn't matter, because all that surrounds it is theories. It has yet to become conclusively proven that it is actually spirits communicating. When we don't know, is it that? Is it our mind? Is it pareidolia? Is it ghost? Is it our own consciousness affecting it or manipulating it somehow?
Right.
Frank Sumption, the inventor of the Frank's box, that is probably the most famous ghost box on the planet.
Yeah.
His primary belief was that he was talking to aliens through it.
Oh, really?
So
Wow.
he wasn't thinking ghost at all. He was
Yeah, he was actually thinking
alien.
extraterrestrial. Yeah.
So that that none of that is proven. So even if you do use anything like that, take what you get with a grain of salt, and you don't want to present that as, say, this is proof, this is concrete evidence, because although sure, I believe that a ghost could, if they can make an appliance come on that is not even plugged into the wall, if they could move something, then
Right.
I'm pretty sure they can manipulate an electronic item and talk to them.
I'm sure they can. Yeah. Yeah. It
But-
gives me reason to believe they could.
But at the same time, that voice coming through there, it's really hard to say, and it's impossible to say, really, this was a ghost, but this was a bleed over from a DJ or something.
Right.
So
Yeah.
so you have to be really careful. It's kind of a slippery slope. So you use judgment. We'll just say that. But we are out of time.
Yeah, I mean, we had so many things to show y'all tonight. We pulled out
Right.
everything, but hey, we ran out of time again.
So I guess we'll just have to do another one.
we'll just have to do another one just like this.
So
I guess with that being said,
yeah, so hope that you learned something tonight. I hope that some of this helps you out. Hope you learned some of these wonderful, amazing apps to avoid.
exactly. Yes.
But anyway, we appreciate you watching. This being our first show of the
First show of the new year, yeah.
So first show we've done since last year.
It sure is.
So with that said, have a great night, and we will see you all next week.
Next week.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, let's get this thing there. I got to go upstairs.
Let me see.
Yeah. You got to do it by yourself this time.
Let me see if I can find the button here. Where's that freaking button?